Drinking and Driving Laws, Driving While Under the Influence of Alcohol, Part 4. Alcohol may. The emergence of out-of-character behavior significantly alter someone's emotional condition, amplify existing feelings, cause someone to lose the ability to manage their emotions. Alcohol-fueled strong emotions are particularly risky because they frequently come with additional intoxication-related consequences like shaky judgment and lowered inhibitions. A driver who has both of these side effects and a strong negative feeling is a ticking time bomb. When something bad happens on the road, they will overreact, feel justified in acting violently, and not care if someone sees them doing it. Stress, your mental health, your tolerance to alcohol, as well as a number of other factors, will all have an impact on the emotions you feel when drinking. It is also impossible to foresee your emotional reactions, even under the identical circumstances. Alcohol toxicity. Even if you drink alcohol in perfect circumstances and are not at all inclined to operate a motor vehicle, it is still a harmful and destructive drug. Due to the fact that alcohol affects judgment, people frequently keep drinking even after they pass out or become too ill to do so. The nerve system and brain are dangerously impaired by alcohol as BAC increases. Your heart and lungs may eventually get so damaged that you stop breathing or develop heart failure. Death from alcohol poisoning is a genuine concern at high BACs, even before the person reaches this level of intoxication. Vomiting is a typical sign of drinking too much alcohol. Your gag reflex may be compromised to the point that you inhale vomit into your lungs and drown if your body is forced to vomit while you are asleep or in a drunken coma. It can mean the difference between life and death to know what to do if you suspect a friend or family member is suffering from alcohol poisoning. Call 911 if you have any doubts. Alcohol's long-term effects on health. The majority of driver education courses only cover the immediate risks of alcohol use, emphasizing how being drunk will make you a risky driver. These concerns are crucial, but in our opinion it's also crucial to take the consequences of regular drinking into account. Alcohol exposure is difficult to prevent when you're an adolescent driver. You may have had situations when you were tempted to drink, and your pals may be using alcohol. You must thoroughly understand the implications of your choices in order to act in the best interests of the situation. In addition to being harmful, alcohol also has a strong physical and psychological draw. Too many people find that one seemingly harmless drink leads to multiple drinks, binge drinking, and a lifelong dependence on alcohol. This sobering module describes the actual physical effects of regular alcohol use. Every vital organ and system in your body is susceptible to the effects of alcohol and will start to fail if you drink excessively frequently for an extended period of time. You won't be able to stop drinking if you develop a physical addiction, and you might not even want to, despite the harm it is doing to your health. Long-term alcohol use jeopardizes the health of your entire body, but it is especially bad for your liver. Regular drinking will wear out and damage the cells and tissues of your liver since it must work so hard to eliminate alcohol from your blood after each drink. This can result in alcoholic liver disease, a fatal yet tragically frequent ailment. You will significantly reduce your risk of passing away in an alcohol-related traffic accident by abstaining from drinking while driving. However, if you choose to drink frequently, you still run the risk of passing away too soon from an alcohol-related ailment. A damaging compulsion. Alcohol destroys life in a variety of ways. A heavy drinker who avoids an accident while intoxicated or a condition brought on by alcoholism may be viewed as fortunate. The reality is likely to be exactly the reverse. Alcohol abuse will gradually alter your personality to the point where you no longer resemble the person you once were. Your priorities will change, and you'll grow estranged from close friends and family until the only thing left in your life is the need to consume alcohol. Alcoholism is so all-consuming that it frequently causes people to cause harm to and put the lives of those closest to them in peril. If you use alcohol carelessly, you might someday end up like that individual. Alcohol addiction is more likely to happen to some people than others. There is a good probability that you may experience problems with alcohol if your parents or other close relatives do. Knowing when you are at danger might help you exercise caution and keep a positive attitude toward alcohol. However, abstaining from alcohol entirely is always the best course of action. Drinking is a dangerous habit. If you ever find yourself in a position where you feel like you can have just one drink, remember that doing so may cause your judgment to become so impaired that you opt to continue drinking. When the alcohol wears off, there is a good probability that you may act in a way that makes you feel embarrassed, guilty, or upset in some other way if you get very drunk. The danger of falling into a vicious cycle where you continuing drinking to cope with your emotional distress only makes you feel sadder, angrier, or guiltier than before is then quite high. Always keep in mind that alcoholism starts out with just one drink.